Welcome to Build Your Difference, a podcast designed to help visionary people like you build distinguished brands that inspire and engage a growing audience. Hello, I'm Jim Dennison. We're glad to have you with us for our December edition of our Build Your Difference podcast. We look forward to sharing inspiring and compelling stories of Blue Artist clients with you.
And I'm Desiree Moody. We'll also offer educational resources to help you build a better business and brand. Each podcast includes 3 segments: Client and Blue Artist News, a feature story, and a segment with one of our producers. Our topic for this month is photography. Professional photos are an important part of any brand. We'll discuss some tips for selecting a photographer and how to prepare for a photo shoot later on in the show. Stay tuned. But first, let's kick off our news segment with an update on a Blue Artist client and an announcement from the team at Blue Artists. What do you say, Jim?
Thank you, Desiree. In her new book, author Shay Scott Edwards asked millennials to reconsider celibacy. Success in Celibacy is a transparent, pull-no-punches guide to having no sex in the city. As an educated artist and progressive thinker, author Shay Scott Edwards spent years questioning whether to answer the call to exchange her sexual freedom for the sake of experiencing real intimacy with God. An uncompromising walk of sexual obedience through temporary abstinence is the only way to fully realize God's supernatural promise and purpose for our spiritual lives, physical bodies, and intimate relationship, Edwards said. While there's no secret formula for obeying God, the author's hope is that her transparent journey of trial and error will help dissuade readers from unnecessary pitfalls along this sacred road. Whether you're currently engaging in casual sex, abstaining by choice or chance, in a relationship, or engaged to be married, the author feels that you can be successful in celibacy. After all, she's a living witness, and in her book, she gives plenty of practical tips for anyone choosing to temporarily abstain from sex. Success in Celibacy is available in print on Amazon.com and on the author's website, ShayScottEdwards.com. An ebook version will be released shortly.
Thank you, Jim. What an important topic, particularly for millennials who are known for seizing the moment and capturing it in the most coveted selfie. We all wish Miss Edwards great success with her book. And now for an announcement from the Blue Artist team. What's new this month, Jim?
Yes, I mentioned that listeners can purchase Success in Celibacy on Miss Edwards' website and Amazon, but they can also easily and quickly find the link to her new book and many others written by our talented clients on the Blue Artists website. Our new community store features books as well as videos and audio recordings produced by Blue Artists on behalf of our clients. This provides our clients with yet another avenue for the promotion of their creations, and it's a great place to check out every now and again to see what your fellow Blue Artist clients are up to. You can access the community store from our homepage at www.blue-artists.com. Click on the Community tab and check out all of the fabulous books, videos, and audio recordings our clients and producers have created.
What a wonderful addition to the Blue Artists website. It is so cool to see the books, videos, and audio all in one place. As always, we value your feedback. If you have any questions or comments about the new community store, please feel free to email producers@blue-artists.com. Let's move along to this month's feature segment and talk about photography. Having professional photographs taken can be a lot of fun, but it can also be quite nerve-wracking. How do you select the right photographer? How do you prepare for your shoot? There are so many questions, Jim. I believe you have some answers for us.
Yes, Desiree. We found an article from Business News Daily that is jam-packed with information about how to choose a photographer so you're pleased with the results. Let's spend a few minutes with this article, How to Get Great Headshots Even If You're Camera Shy, by Mona Bushnell, B2B Tech Writer, October 12, 2017. It used to be that only executives and model or actor types needed headshots. Thanks to the proliferation of online professional networks and a general increase in online visibility across all industries, everyone from office administrators and restaurant owners to dentists and government employees is getting in the headshot game. If you're not a fan of having your photo taken, but you know you need a professional headshot, you're not alone. Luckily, there are several tried and true tips that help make the experience painless. Finding the right photographer. You don't have to be licensed or certified to be a professional photographer, and lots of people dream of working in photography. Both these facts lead to a staggering number of headshot photographers to choose from, and they vary drastically in terms of pricing and quality. Nearly every photographer we spoke with said asking to see examples of past work is the first step in finding a great headshot photographer. In addition to checking out each photographer's portfolio, several photographers mention that it's smart to ask to see a complete set of photos from a single photo shoot, as it will help you determine whether the photographer in question is talented or merely able to get a few salvageable shots out of hundreds. Ashley Lodge, the photographer behind Ashley Lodge Photography, recommends people go one step further in their assessment of photographers and look at each image with a critical eye. Overly photoshopped images are unflattering on any human with pores, she said. Eyes should not be ultra-white or brightly colored, and if teeth look unnaturally white, most likely it's the work of some bad Photoshop. While it may look good for a moment on a small computer screen or a cell phone, a print will show every bit of over-the-top editing. Be aware. Ask to see at least 5 different headshot assignments. Look for quality and consistency. Another tip multiple photographers mentioned was asking for clarification on what is included with each headshot session. Mike Paisner, a professional photographer based in San Francisco, recommended asking specifically about whether you will receive all of the high-resolution images, free of watermarks, taken that day. Some photographers give their clients access to all of the images taken during a given session, while others require their clients to choose a set number for use or purchase. The same is true for retouching, so if you want your images photoshopped, make sure you know what's included in the base price and what will cost extra. Collaborating with your photographer. Feeling comfortable enough to collaborate with your photographer is key to getting great headshots, especially if you tend to be anxious. When asked about finding a pro, Irina Smirnova, the photographer and founder of Power Portraits, said, "The most important thing is connection and open communication. Many people can take great photos. The question is, will you be able to relax with them and let the magic happen?" Smirnova says the best way to make sure you and your photographer are on the same page is to schedule a consultation to get to know each other. Walk away if something doesn't sit right, she added. In addition to asking questions about the process, Smirnova explained, it's important for clients to speak up about their expectations. If you want your entrepreneurial story captured in one picture, the photographer needs to know it well enough to make valuable suggestions and create a perfect atmosphere for it, said Smirnova. Many photographers we interviewed echoed Smirnova's sentiments about the importance of communication between photographer and subject. The traditional close-cropped, polished headshot that still works well for professionals in formal work environments like corporate lawyers or doctors may be far too stuffy for creative professionals or people who work in more casual settings. Nicole Taylor, the photographer and founder behind Whole Lotta Grace Photography, summed it up well when she said, "It's important that your photographer ask you questions about your profession and what you do in your day-to-day so they can understand the story you're trying to tell." She said that explaining who you are, what you do, and where you plan on using your headshots will help your photographer understand your vision and deliver a product you're happy with. After all, a photo that's going to be used as a large banner on a personal website can include more background detail and context than a headshot that will be used as a tiny thumbnail on social networking sites. Make sure your goals for your headshot are clearly defined and articulated to your photographer before the day of the shoot. If you get the sense that they don't understand you, aren't good listeners, or aren't grasping what you need, find someone else. Choosing a look. As we mentioned, what is considered professional for a headshot no longer fits into the narrow confines of the past, back when nearly all headshots included a gray backdrop, a black suit, and closely cropped composition. However, there are still some general rules in terms of clothing and styling that most people will benefit from by following. If you have no idea where to start in terms of selecting an outfit, Lydia Kearney Carlis, Ph.D., and Washington, D.C.-based photographer at iMagination Imaging, said, "The most important prompt I use during a style consultation with private session clients is, tell me about the last outfit you wore to work that you felt completely confident in. Close your eyes and describe the look to me, from hair to accessories to shoes." Kearney Carlis also said it's not usually necessary for her clients to purchase a new outfit for a headshot appointment. Most people already have clothing they like in their wardrobes. Many photographers we spoke with said similar things to Kearney Carlis regarding hairstyles, accessories, and makeup. The main takeaway was, be yourself and don't mix it up too much for your headshots. If you wear makeup daily, replicate that look for your headshots. But if you don't, there's no need to get done up for photos. Likewise, don't opt for a new haircut right before your shoot, or try a totally new style of clothing out for the first time. Stick with what works for you. Mike Paisner, who has more than 12 years of professional photography experience, added that it's important for people to get plenty of sleep the night before their photo shoot, drink plenty of water, and eat prior to the appointment. Hungry people generally don't look very good, he said. While that may sound a little silly, several other photographers mentioned the same 3 tips. Just one other styling tip was mentioned over and over again by different photographers. Bring a second shirt, just in case. Accidents happen, and sometimes your personal taste can fail you. Looking confident when you're uncomfortable. Unless you're regularly in the public eye, you probably have some nervousness about getting your picture taken. Mike Nakamura, like most professional photographers, is familiar with that sense of trepidation. Nakamura said, "The most common expression I hear is, 'I hate having my picture taken.'" He explained that it's the photographer's job to put clients at ease. When I meet a customer and interact on the phone with them, I'm gathering information on what will help them relax. There's a bit of mirroring happening to help them get comfortable, and we work together to bring their confidence up to the point where they are owning their session. Photographer Taylor agreed that making people comfortable in front of the camera is largely the photographer's onus, but she also provided some helpful tips for those who are especially nervous. Taking headshots can feel incredibly invasive and uncomfortable. There are several tricks I have when shooting my clients to help to engage with me so I can get authentic shots that I know we both want to see. You don't need to be looking at the camera for every shot. Look away. Try smiling, laughing, and not smiling at all. Keep in mind to have great posture too, she said. One trick I always use is having my client breathe in really deeply, then exhaling and smiling, or exhaling and verbally laughing out loud. It seems ridiculous, but oftentimes it creates authentic laughter, and 9 times out of 10, those end up being my favorite shots. Bottom line, if you do your research, choose a photographer you're comfortable with and style yourself in a way that's put together but still reflective of your day-to-day look, you can skate through the headshot process without much trouble.
As the article first mentioned, there are a lot of options available when it comes to photography these days. Prices and quality vary greatly in this unregulated industry. Marie recently sent us an email on this exact topic. She asks, if you're on a budget, how do you really get good photos without a lot of cash to spend? Is using iPhone photos an option? To tackle this 2-part question, let's welcome Blue Artist producer Pierre Walters to the show to offer Marie and our listeners some advice on this subject.
Thanks, Desiree. Hi, my name is Pierre Walters, and I'm a producer here at Blue Artists. And Mary, your question really is, I think, very important because, on the one hand, we understand that having great photography really can make or break your brand. But great photography does come at a price. And so, what is that price, and how can we effectively manage it? Well, the first thing is, if you're on a budget, you can get really good photos without spending a lot of cash. So that's the first thing you need to know. It is possible. Can you use your iPhone? Well, yes, you can. The iPhone camera is very good, and you can get some very nice high quality images. But the thing about photos, especially when taking into consideration your brand, is to recognize that it's not just about the technical quality of the image. It's not just about whether or not the iPhone can produce an image that has a lot of megapixels, etc. That really isn't what makes a great photo. What makes a great photo is direction, how the photo is composed, how it's lit, what the subject is doing or saying, and the context around that related to the background and the foreground. These are technical aspects of photography, which, pointing and shooting with your iPhone really is just not going to award you. And to that, I would say if you have a friend or family member who is a photographer, you need to talk to them. Ask them if they can, using your iPhone, if they can attempt to take some very professional photos of you or promotional images for your brand. So that's the first thing that I would do. And if your family or friend is available, then you do it that way. Now, if you don't have a family or friend who is skilled in photography and can provide you with that service, then I would recommend that you consider photography here at Blue Artists. Now, our photography packages are definitely competitively priced. However, as a member, we do offer very compelling discounts on all of our photography services, as much as $200 off and 10% off in terms of discounts for our elite and premium members. But, you know, we also offer really fantastic financing solutions that can allow you to put as little as 25% down on the cost of the photography. And our photography packages, especially our studio photography packages, do come with a location in mind. So you don't have to worry about a quality location for your professional photos. We do work with a variety of studios locally here in Maryland and in DC, as well as some excellent mansion locations. These are locations that are they're mansions, and they are homes that are provide us with a wide variety of looks and feels that we can go for, just based off of what kind of feel we want to get for your photos, or how we want to convey your brand. And this is fantastic because, a studio photo shoot is wonderful because it does provide that professional environment with professional lighting to really get you to really make it so that the photo is not getting in the way of helping the audience to identify and relate to your brand. But, when we shoot on location at a mansion or a very large home with a variety of looks, we're really able to get that depth, that three dimension. Whereas in a studio, we're usually shooting against a canvas. When we're on location in a home or a mansion, we get a lot more texture, a lot more means by which to create a feeling and to create a look. Now, as part of our photo packages, we also include makeup, so that way we'll take care of your makeup, and direction for both your wardrobe and for the photo shoot itself. So you don't have to worry about telling the photographer where to point and shoot and how you're supposed to pose. We take care of all of that for you. All you have to do is show up on time and bring some great wardrobe options, and we'll help you go through the rest of the entire experience. So our photo packages are very competitively priced, and as long as you are a Blue Artist Plus member, you're going to get some fantastic discounts and some fantastic financing options, so that you don't have to pay full price and you can get the photos that you need now without needing to take all that money out of your pocket or from other areas of your business. Now, the final thing I want to remind you is that great photos don't just happen in camera, they also happen through the process of retouching. And all of our photo packages do include retouching on the photos that have been shot by Blue Artist. But if you do have that family or friend take a fantastic photo of you on your iPhone or on their camera, and you think that photo looks technically good, but you just want to kind of have it cleaned up a little bit and retouched, we can take care of that too for you. So you can just send us the photo and we'll take care of retouching it to make sure it looks excellent. Brighten your eyes, whiten your teeth, remove unwanted wrinkles, unwanted blemishes, make sure your clothing looks beautiful, no wrinkles, no spots. And retouching can really go a long way, making a beautiful photo professional, and taking a professional photo and making it competitive and exquisite, something that you can imagine in a magazine quality images. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. If you have any more questions related to quality photography and how we can help you, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or contact us directly here at Blue Artist. I'd love to help, and we're more than interested in finding ways to make this process convenient and affordable for you.
Thank you for sharing your expertise, Pierre. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. I'm sure your insights have been quite helpful for Marie and our listeners. If you have a question for one of our producers or a suggestion for a podcast theme, we welcome you to submit them to us via email at producers@blueartist.com. With that, we'll bring our December issue of Build Your Difference to a close. Remember, each podcast is available 24/7 on our website at www.blue-artists.com. It's on our homepage, so you can't miss it. Our clients are notified when new podcasts are available, but anyone is welcome to listen as we help build your difference. Please join us next month as we continue to offer inspiration and expertise to build distinguished brands that inspire and engage your growing audience.
You are building an incredible brand. We're grateful to be your creative agency. Until next time, keep growing, keep striving, and keep building your difference.